Morning. It is Sunday the 6th of August, which means I can just step out in front of this on this road without worrying. Yes, how to murder feet. Walking with Tim. Hi, I'm Tim. England coast path. Only I'm not even on the England coast path anymore. It's all gone very wrong. Yes. So this is the end of my big week off where I hiked pretty much every other day. I think at the end of the day I'll have done about 50 miles this week, so it's almost as good as a backpack proper week. And I've gained a lot of bonus mileage, which allowed me to do this. Come up Thames to here and then back again. And I'm now basically bored of London and I need to get back to the coast. So let's go that way. We're going to basically retrace our steps for 3 days with the aim of getting to Tilbury, which is downstream from here, the Thames, Old Man River or something. And yes, the very nature of this leg means that, yes, I will be basically retracing my steps from the last hike again back to Canary Wharf. So yeah, there's so many ice creams going at speed. So yes, 10 miles today, and as you've seen, it's about 10 o'clock. One of the most celebrated timepieces in the country. Yes, heading downstream 10 miles or so, trying to get to, I forgot the name now, Blackwall, that's it, Blackwall. It's essentially just the other side of the loop that is Canary Wharf, and then I'm going to go home and have a week off because my heel blister, well, it's basically, I've gone through the various stages of grief, acceptance, bargaining and so on with my heel blister, and it's now settled down to a kind of grudging sort of hardening up and sealing over, which is good. This is what big blisters do after a while, which hopefully means it's cunning really. These new boots are pretty much okay except for the heel blister part, and that's just my feet getting used to new boots. But if I get that done on this comparatively easy, comparatively lightweight, no hassle stage of bonus mileage, some place where there's lots of easy, convenient public transport, then it won't happen while I'm in the middle of the Suffolk Fens or whatever. So by the time September comes around, hopefully my feet will have been refashioned to fit these boots and my blisters will have hardened over, making me perfectly good for walking forward from there on. I'd rather get that out of the way here and now rather than on a proper week hike in September with a backpack and everything. So yeah, it's good. It's inconvenient, but it's the cost of new boots really, I find. So, yeah, I'm going to crack on, get on with it. We're basically taking the north bank of the Thames this time, that way, which I'm guessing is going to be a lot less busy and a lot less touristy, so that should be good. There's a clearly defined North Thames path all the way up to the end of today, but beyond today, into the 2 more days that I need to do before I get to Tilbury, the path gets a bit more speculative, so we'll see. I'll find something, and there's always roads and pavements, but there's no sort of the Thames path is a South Bank thing usually, as far as I can tell. So we'll see. Let's get as far as we can, and see what we'll see when we get going. You know the drill. I tell you what, I'm enjoying it obviously, but I'm quite looking forward to going back to work for a week and not walking for a bit. That would be nice. Back here next Sunday. Anyway, let's get on with today's bit first. Not worry about any of the rest of it. Of course, this does look indeed like the London Triathlon. It's obviously the cycling stage. Presumably they swim in the Thames at some point then. Cycle lanes everywhere. I didn't plan this, but then I guess this is the sort of city where it's difficult to turn up and there not be something going on. So cool. Maybe we'll see some people running a bit later. New Scotland Yard. There. Seeing all the sights today. All the ones on the north side. Anyway, look, that's the spinny sign you see on the news a lot. It's the headquarters of British Police or something. It's going to be another day where I'm going to not nearly get enough coverage of all the interesting stuff, so you're going to have to do your own supplementary research a bit today, I think. And the Britain Monument. So, names on bronze. It's Embankment Station. It's like a It's like a weird alternative future where we took the environment seriously. Sort of quiet, but well, it's not quiet, but it's different noises, you know. Train's still going, but no cars. Boats instead. Had to cross it twice because the pavement works on this side. Quite fraught. They don't half clip along. Fantastic London skyline there. So this is the best bit, to be honest. And once we get past Canary Wharf, it's all going to be cement works again. There was quite a lot of cement works and container ports on the North Bank, as I seem to remember. We'll have to find our way past those on foot up close. Still, let's enjoy this for the moment. Which one's that? Blackfriars Bridge? That's Waterloo Bridge, isn't it? Yes, Waterloo in there somewhere. Iconic view line. Soaking this in as I have the opportunity, because you know from September onwards it's going to be dunes and crumbling bungalow cottages into the North Sea for pretty much the next 4 years, I think. Got to savour each moment because you never know what the future will bring. Well, I sort of do, and it's going to be quite different and quite monotonous for a lot of it, I think. Here we go. Splendid. I was here. I've been here before, of course. I'll be here again, I'm sure, but not in my official capacity as an England coast pather. Actually, I wonder where the England coast path is. I think it might be somewhere around, I don't know, wherever the opposite side of the Woolwich Foot Tunnel is. We might pick it up today, I think. Do we? No, that's Greenwich. Greenwich Tunnel we'll pick up today. The Woolwich Foot Tunnel's probably next Sunday then. Yeah, oh well, whatever. It's a nice day, I'm just enjoying walking. My heel really has calmed down as well. I think it's starting to heel over in a new shape. A shape that matches the boots I wear. This is always nice. A little bit of wild camping there. No, Tim, don't take the piss. Somerset House. You do a lot of outdoor film cinema stuff in there. I don't know, is there Contemporary Arts Institute around here somewhere? I'm not sure. I'm not as cultural as I portray myself on these videos in real life, to be honest.
No, so they said they apparently.
I think there's a big hollow sort of atrium courtyard thing in the middle, and they put big outdoor cinema for free sort of thing in there. Is it for free or do they charge? I don't know. It's the Tower Lifeboat Station, famous for lots of documentaries about how it is on a lifeboat. And all of the stuff I gabbed on about last time on the South Bank there, look. Wonderful. Nice day. It's going to be this kind of thing all day, really. 20 degrees or so. Should be good. I'm going to put the suntan stuff back on again soon. I do lobster easily. Yeah, splendid. Lovely day. Round off my week. It's good. All works. Gonna have to cross here. I've already seen some quite shouty altercations as I was approaching this one. It's quite dangerous. And that's one of the reasons people take against cycling, I think, and electric cars. They're so quiet that unattentive people are going to get hit lots more. Well, that's a kind of natural selection too, I think. Pay more attention, use your eyes. Right, I'm going to queue, I suppose. There we go. Good, found something. This is just a big load of offices and hotels along here now. It's already much quieter than the south. But still seems to be a continuous path I can follow, so that's good. Quick bit of tourism. Yeah, so I'm in good time. London Bridge. From the other side. There's the Shard, you can see it much better from there. I didn't even notice I was passing it underneath yesterday, last time. So it's from Belfast. I have my little lunch stop. And there's Tower Bridge. Busy. It's quite a turbulent river. Standing waves. What's that? Tide coming in against flow going downstream, making tiny whitecaps. Unusual. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's keep moving. Well, I mean, you know, generally less touristy. So this is the Tower of London, famous for something royal, something Tudor, something whatever. Feel free to search Wikipedia and let me know. Princes in the Tower, Macbeth, Hamlet, Richard III, one of those. That's probably a sign. Anyway, I'm pathologically afraid of large density crowds of people, so I'm going to head that way and pick up the Thames Path again. We've got Tower Bridge in the background. Is it named after this one? Is it named because it's got towers? Which came first? Probably the castle. The more familiar sort of turret-y thing on the back there. Maybe we get a better view from the other side. But I'm certainly not joining that queue, and I've no idea how much this costs. Airport-style security. This is the age we live in. Quite cool. Some sort of warehouse dock thing. There's all sorts of boat trips go from here as well. Oh, I need to be up and away and under that and onward. Soon be leaving all these crowds behind. And all these cafes. Punishing schedule I set for myself. No time for crepe. There we go. It's the more familiar aspect. The tower itself. No entry. Well, it is a castle after all. Let's let any old person in. What if they poison the well? Right, I think we just rock straight under the Tower Bridge and then on our way. Hopefully it'll all get a bit quieter. Humbug. Go on then, one more. So we're not coming this way again. Interesting, all those, don't want to try a zoom, but all those flats over there, a lot of them have got these banners on the balconies. You can just sort of pick out the red and white, and they all say no Ocean Diva with a sort of no entry sign with a picture and a sort of bit like a cruise liner through it. I can only imagine that the residents and local associations object to some kind of very large cruise vessel docking here or permanently mooring here or something. Don't know. I mean, we saw a big old one parked off the Cutty Sark earlier in the week, so who knows, maybe it is a thing. Yeah, that's that mega yacht we saw, hasn't moved in 3 days. Anyway, we're more concerning ourselves with this side now. St Catherine Docks, I think, up ahead now. I think there's not really much more to see on the big tourist trail along this side of the river going forward, so I suspect we're going to start seeing dwindling numbers of families and stuff as we leave the centre of London. Tower Bridge kind of marks the end of the tourist trail on both banks, I think, but we'll see. Of course, I'm not a tourist. No. I'm on a serious expedition, I am. And here we are, like that. It's gone. Still inside a Tower Bridge, and it's all just residential flats and stuff. Just local folks out for a Sunday walk, building up an appetite for lunch. So, tourist stuff just drops off like a cliff. The other side of Tower Bridge. It's just a place where people live now. Lots of people, true. Right, so carry on Limehouse sort of direction, I guess. I've seen signs, so that's good. Acorns and such. Thames Path. Must be a northern leg, which is good. As far as I know, I follow that all day today. But the next trip is going to be a bit more improvisational, I think, so I'm not sure what there is in the way of full-on paths. I don't know where the England Coast Path picks up again, and I think it gets a bit spotty on the East Coast in general anyway, so compared to what we've been seeing around Kent and so on. Still, problems for another day. Making good time. It's 20 past 11. I think I'm in Wapping. Don't know. Listen to me like I know any of this. Bluffing extensively. Still tootling through Wapping. Just past the station. It's the very picture of gentrification, this. It's probably all run down collapsing warehouses and things back not so long ago. They're all very posh and clean and smart. Probably expensive. Trying to find the path. Doesn't really follow the Thames at the moment. It's the other side of that lot. There we go, back on the river. On the Thames, the pseudo coast, as I'm not calling it. A fancy hotel with the fish pond somewhere over there. Lose track of whereabouts I am. Mind you, I wasn't paying attention to this side when I was over there, so all averages out. So Canary Wharf in the background there. Right, go around. Yes, we basically get to Canary Wharf, then we loop all the way around to the right, and then round the back around the far side of all that, and then we end up at Blackwall, which is essentially about 15 minutes walk from Canary Wharf station itself, which I can then use to get straight on back home. Angling for a 3 o'clock finish today, which is good. Another short one, 10 miles, so, but it is a Sunday, so you know, I mean, we're in the centre of London, so transport's going to be fine really, but I've got work tomorrow, so it'd be nice to get home early and have a soak in the bath and then chill for the rest of the evening. Back to the grindstone tomorrow, where I just basically sit on an office chair for 7.5 hours a day all week. Plenty of time for my legs and feet to recover. Right, let's navigate this. Some sort of bridge type structure. There we go. Good. There we go, massive detour off the path and round a bit. Some work's going on. Some kind of super sewer. This was that tideway thing. Where are we? Battersea, no. London Eye, no. Greenwich Connection Tunnel. Yeah, that was the big diversion around there. 17. Now we're up here somewhere, one of these. We're replacing some of these creaking ancient Victorian sewers, I guess. Yeah. So that's where I'm aiming at to get today. I'm here now probably. Started here. So yeah, about halfway or so. Yeah, so I need to get all the way around the south of here. Get here and then call it a day. And we'll deal with all this next time. Next Sunday probably. Right, good. Well, they're still at it. So where I am now. Shadwell, I think. Mind you, if you're going to do a triathlon on bikes, you need a fair old length of route. Because people go much faster on bicycles. I see. Catch this out of the corner of my eye. Captain James Cook. Hey, you listeners, now navigate to this country where any hath produced. Lived in a house a few yards from here. Yeah, I learned something today, probably. Well, a dock, all gentrified up. A lot of those around here. Don't know what that one's particularly called. Limehouse Waterside Marina. Blimey, it's a good time. Wow, yeah, because we come along the inside of all of those riverside flats. Okay, so I guess we're down here and round, probably. Thames Path. Actually, it does say go straight on. Maybe that's just a jetty then. Good. Do keep seeing acorns on walls and stuff, so I think we're on the right general track. Yeah, coming off of Limehouse onto Canary Wharf now. That's the wharf of Canary Wharf. It's actually, there's all sorts of little canals and docks and things inside there beneath all those. It's like a little mini Venice. It's quite swanky. So yeah, can't even see Tower Bridge anymore. Around the corner. Shard you can just make out still. There it is. Like a strange fever dream. This way into the sea for me. Should be able to see the Cutty Sark again, I think, as we come around the end of that one there. Basically just work our way around the whole. Is this the Isle of Dogs? I don't know which one's which. Yeah. Walking well. Having a good day. Don't worry about routes and things next time. Yeah, here we go for some more unsettling immensity. Yes, Footpath along the edge is closed for some reason. I'm trying to find a way back to it. It's a bit over by that one. A big building there, some sort of works in there. Probably another skyscraper going up to the chagrin of this lot, I expect. Night view! Nothing lasts forever, even these things. Yeah, Millwall. That name seems familiar for some reason. Oh, it's probably fine. Right, so yes, in the south part of the Isle of Dogs, so we've got a bit of an inland detour. Not quite as glass and steel as it was over there. This is more like just a normal estate type of place. Not sure everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. It's all gentrified around here as well now. So back on the path. Good, hope we stay here for a while now. With all these inland detours. I'm just shuffling along a big residential street with flats on each side. A bit grim, even if it's been gentrified. Should be able to see the Cutty Sark again soon. So crest around the bottom, around the corner at the end here, I think. The southern tip of the Isle of Dogs. There's a tunnel from Cutty Sark across to this side. Foot tunnel. Should be able to see the roundel structure that houses the stairwell. Yeah, even the day trippy rib boats are turning back at this point. Oh, I tell you what, I am looking forward to walking on mud again, you know. Sort of hard-packed cliff-top mud path, you know. Classic coast path type terrains. This unrelenting concrete for the last couple of days, this last week or so, it's taken a bit of a toll. Trying to thicken the soles of my feet by will alone with mixed results, it has to be said. It's a bit haphazard. Yeah, something a bit softer would be nice. Anyway, let's keep moving. Stop complaining. Local history. Isle of Dogs. Ironworks and dye making. Generally. All posh flats now. And look, Cutty Sark. We'll get a better view from the very end, but yeah. See that dome rotunda next to it, that's the stairwell for the, not as I assumed, a toilet. It's actually the stairs for the tunnel that passes underneath. We'll see a similar domed structure on this side when we get around there. And yes, we could indeed walk across there if we wanted to. I don't want to have done that. That would be counterproductive. Done all of that. Don't need to do it again. I yearn for horizons new. Quite like to find out what that massive spoil heap is around Rainham Way that we saw from the other side of the river around the Erith. Interesting. So we'll find out in about a fortnight's time, I think. Still on the acorns, it's good. Yeah, keep an eye out for England Coast Path. I don't even know what the name of the place opposite the river from Woolwich is, but there was a foot tunnel from Woolwich to the other side, and I think that may have been the crossing I should have been taking. I don't regret going up to see the Houses of Parliament and stuff. I think that's been great, but in terms of strictly following the England Coast Path, I think I may have missed my turning a long time ago. Hopefully we'll pick it up again. Welcome to Island Gardens. No barbecuing. Yeah, there we go. That's the dome that will take me under the Thames back to the Cutty Sark, should I so choose. I need to be off this way. Oh, sign said a cafe, but that does look kind of closed. That's okay. Try the next place. It just occurred to me I haven't stopped walking since I got off the train this morning, so perhaps I ought to sit down and enjoy the view for a little bit somewhere. Got my own water with me, of course. It'd be nicer with a lemonade and a bag of crisps, but it seems to be an uncafe at the moment. Yeah, there it is, the old military college, prime meridian somewhere through there. Observatory on the hill at the back, the trees. That most ridiculously over-decorated pub I've ever seen in my life, just there, next to it. If you want to look at all that in more detail, check the previous episode. Or the one before, I think, probably. Yeah, splendid. This is nice too. Underrated north bank of the Thames. It's quieter, I prefer it. Although there's less interesting things along the way. Alright, gonna go and sit down away from people for a bit. This will do. Put the feet up for 5-10 minutes or something. I mean, I'm very well ahead of schedule, to be honest. I think I've only got like another 3 miles to go, and it's only 1 o'clock. Definitely on for a 3 o'clock finish. Have dinner then, I suppose. Good. I'm hoping that's a five-a-side football court, not a murder in progress. Not a deja vu today. It's a nice chance to walk along this lovely brick shingle beach. Some new flats and things. Well, relatively new, I suppose. I don't know. City in the distance there, Canary Wharf still. City building, HSBC. Working our way northward now. Yep, party of people on the middle of the roof. Maybe that's the big attraction nowadays. There's nothing inside it. You just turn up and pay to walk over the top. Coming in on those tiny little houses, those 4-storey row that was in front of the big stuff. And this, and I saw this from the other side and I didn't know what it was over there, and I still don't. It's actually a jet engine stylised intake thing. I thought it was a clock. Who knows, community centre or something. Deep water keep out. Well, maybe some swimming pool or sewage works. Who knows? A lot of mysteries in my wake. Yeah, I don't actually know where I'm going to stop today either. I think there's a sort of small park just once it turns east again, so maybe, I don't know, I'll have to check. It's going to be within sight anyway. Maybe one of these things here, that bit with the trees on, maybe, or is it a bit nearer? I have to have a look. See the DLR going across at the bottom there on the bridge, Docklands Light Railway. Yeah. Bit of an inland detour here, some sort of yard there. So we're apparently on something called the Thames Path North Extension, which is just, you know, about 5 miles of extra path past Island Gardens, and then it sort of gets to the end up here where I'm going to stop, and it stops. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week, but I'll think of something. I'm going to start using my own initiative a bit more, I think. Oh, here we are, 0 longitude again. North of the river this time, I think. Otherwise, why else put a massive compass here with the line pointing pretty much at Greenwich. Yeah, so re-entering the Eastern Hemisphere now. Probably won't cross back into the Western Hemisphere until Grimsby. I just had a quick check, had a quick look on the map. The entire next bit of East Coast Path is what I'm now going to start calling it, is in the Eastern Hemisphere, as you might imagine. So lots of cement works and stuff there. That's all going to be next week's problem, but I suspect it's going to be quite a grim one, involving a lot of inland dual carriageway, hard shoulder. But we'll see. Alright, I need to get to the end of this little estate here, and I think there's a small park with the trees, and I think I might just arbitrarily call that the end of today, because that's pretty much where I was planning on getting. There's yon Millennium Dome again. O2 Arena, whatever. Yeah, no sign of the centre of London anymore. Canary Wharf dominating a bit through here. That'll fade away once we get going. I think we have to trug it in and around London City Airport at some point next time, somewhere in there. Here's some planes now. And I think there's Woolwich now. I've been having a quick look at my mapping apps and things whilst walking through this boring bit, and you know, I don't think the England Coast Path did go under the river at Woolwich. I think it just stopped at Woolwich. So yeah, I might be in for an interesting week in September. Shall make my own goddamn path. You never know. Might come across the occasional lone isolated sign, but I think north of London, northeast of London, it gets all a bit spotty. It becomes a bit theoretical. Well, I'll manage. Now it's finished today. Woof. Well, this is about as far as I go today. It's only I think about 1:45, so I seem to have really piled it on today, but it was only 10 miles anyway, so I got here quite early, so it's all good. 10 o'clock start. Oh, there it is, Canary Wharf. I've got to go back in there to get my train home, but back to Canary Wharf and Elizabeth Line, Paddington, and away. It's East India Dock Basin, I think this is. Sort of wild space heritage thing. Too swampy to build anything on, might as well leave it for geese. Yeah. So next time, this will be next Sunday. Now I get a whole week off. I was just sitting at my desk at work. That's quite good. Your feet will appreciate that. I might even drive to work tomorrow. Oh, there you go. So I'm taking off from City Airport, which is just through there. So yeah, next week I got about 12 miles, I think. Might even be 10 to 12, that I'd measured out with string on a Google Maps website page in our measuring tool, but I'd not actually found a path. That's just like lightly looking roads and footpaths. So this Thames Path North extension terminates here, and there isn't anything I can find on any of my maps. I'll have to do some more research. I mean, there's a few snippets of path that coincide with the shore as we go east from here, but there's not much of a continuous easy path I can follow, except possibly the England Coast Path. And I might see that at wherever the Woolwich Tunnel comes out, but I might not. Yeah, who knows. It's going to get difficult again. That's basically been the easy mode route pretty much, in fact, since, well, I don't know, since Minehead really. I don't think I've wanted for a clearly defined actual path to follow. There's bits and, I mean, you know, I've winged it a bit on the south coast, but Solent Way got most of it done, and then there was the Saxon Shore Way, which has taken me pretty much to Greenwich, and then there's been the Thames Path all the way up to, well, you know, quite a long way up there and then back to here. But from here on, I'm going to have to be making my own route. It's going to be interesting. This day was always coming. This was always going to be the problem. But, you know, there are going to be paths. There's been paths along the shore of this country for hundreds of thousands of years. It's linking them together and putting an acorn on them that's the trick. But we'll see. Anyway, no, pleased with today. Just I'm pleased with this week, actually. It's been a long week. I've done 4 trips in 8 days. So Sunday, then Tuesday, then Thursday, then Sunday again. And probably a total of about, I don't know, 50 miles or so this week. So it's been nearly as good as a proper backpack week. So, yeah. But I'm not quite there yet. My schedule demands that I be at Tilbury by about the 15th, 17th of September, something like that weekend. By my reckoning, I've got 2 more stages to do, a 10 and a 12, I think, assuming I can find paths, and I've got 4 weekends in which to do them. So that's okay. So I might even have a weekend off here and there, but the good thing is I'm going to be in pretty good walking shape by the time September comes around. I won't have spent 5 months since May doing nothing at all. I'm hoping that will help. My legs do feel more powerful. I can feel the muscles in them when I clench them. It's really weird. Yeah, but that was always part of the plan. Also, yeah, why not go and see London and back, since I'm in this part of the world anyway, and why not keep something going over summer so that I'm not completely jelly-legged by September, and when I've got to put the backpack on and brand new shoes, which have now nicely broken in. So this has all worked out well. I'm very pleased. Anyway, don't know why I'm making a big grand finale sign off. I'll be back here next week. So hopefully so will you. So see you later.